Alright, so here's the story. In my high school art class, we had this tessellation project we were supposed to do. Draw something that repeats itself and there's no negative space. This was my idea, and my art teacher interpreted it differently than the way I had intended it to look like. If you've answered the questions and if there's some answers in the comments before, you'll see that there's a lot of different interpretations. It is very vague, I guess, and not very specific as to what it's supposed to be. So I'll just tell you what my art teacher saw was cubes. You know, she thought it was an optical illusion. But what I intended it for it to be was snowflakes. See, there's a white. There's a white one right here, a dark blue one right here, a gray one over here, and there's light blue ones. And there's 4 different colors. And that's why I thought it was weird that she saw it that way. If I had used 3 colors, it would have made more sense. But the unit, she saw a unit as a hexagon, whereas I saw a unit as a triangular thing. Recently I remembered that, and I thought, I wonder what my roommates think. And I decided to do an experiment. So here's the results. Alright, so with this one, I only had a few different colors of markers, but I made a quick recreation of it, and I think that made a big difference, and that was my mistake. But, however, all of them pretty much saw that one color equals one thing. It's not this hexagon is its own cube. It's this group of red rhombuses is a unit. They gave different labels for each unit. Like, one of them called it fireworks, one of them called it fractals. Another thought it was like the Star of David, but she had spent like the last few months in Jerusalem. Well, not Jerusalem, Israel, so wasn't too confused about that. That was my experiment that I got feedback from so far. Now I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the actual pattern that I intended. You see, here there's a blue snowflake, a dark blue snowflake, and right here there's a gray snowflake. And the idea that they're snowflakes is actually what helped me decide the color scheme, like blues and grays and white. Anyways, back to the pattern. We have a blue snowflake here, another blue one, and over here, and in between them is grays, and they make a line like this. Dark blue, gray, dark blue, gray, dark blue, gray. And the same thing is right here, except they're kind of switched right here. And any star you find has 3 lines it's part of. One going this way, one going this way, and one going this way. So as you can see, this gray one is part of a gray, white, white, gray, and also light blue, gray, light blue, gray, light blue, gray, and also that dark blue, gray pattern I pointed out earlier. And that holds true with any of the snowflakes, and that was what I intended for this. Alright, I've probably already encroached on your interest limit for this video, but now I'm diving into the science of why you see what you see. So in my psychology class, we talked about Gestalt psychology, and that basically is talking about how the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Like this blue snowflake is greater than just 3 rhombuses next to each other. So we group things together when we see them, and there are several ways we group things together. We tend towards what's simplest, so what you see, the easiest thing to understand is what you understand. So when you see the 3 rhombuses as a group, that is similarity. So when things are similar, you group things together. It's also proximity because they're close together, so you group them together. But that could hold true for any shape, like a cube or the Star of David. Another thing is continuity. Like if something is in a line, like once you see that this is a line, that's kind of complicated though. Another reason why you might see something is because it's what you expect. So I think when my art teacher saw cubes, it's because she has seen optical illusions with these lines before. So if you don't see all the colors, you would just see black and white and these lines, and it would make you think, is this the outside corner or is this the outside corner? And you might think that now. I think that's why she thought that. Anyway, so those are my thoughts about my tessellation and the perception differences it has. Thank you for watching. Share it with whoever you think might see it the same or differently as you, whatever, or who'd find it interesting. Well, until the noodles.